Iga Swiatek survives a tiebreak scare after trailing for most of the tiebreak. Beatriz Haddad just fails down the stretch. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it. Tennis in a minute. I'm your host, Good Energy. Iga Swiatek in the post-match interview asked, she said, look, I don't know if you guys were cheering for Iga or Bia. What do you think? Who was the crowd cheering for? Listen, I watched the match. And yes, there are a ton of Polish fans. Jazda, Iga, Poliska, Polska. I don't know what any of that stuff means. I don't know. The little Polish woman wins. But the question is, by the way, this young lady here was cheering her brains out. But the question is, what was the crowd saying? Listen, I watched the match. Yes, Iga had a lot of support, and of course they're showing it since she won, right? But the reality here is the crowd was cheering for Beatrice, and it sounds like they were saying Bia. Yeah, her for short, right? Sounds like they were saying Bia. That's what I heard, guys. The crowd was overwhelmingly cheering for Beatrice Haddad. And I said that in the previous video. Iga did have a lot of support here. She's the reigning champion. I told you guys Iga would win this tournament. She hasn't won it yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves because Mukova is very tough. But I told you 2 months out, take her to win it as a future. Very good price. Key numeric number. I figured it out. Takes a lot of work doing that stuff. The futures were perfect on the year on futures. Last year we were perfect for futures. But say what you want. This crowd was cheering for Beatrice. Beatrice was getting most of the cheers. Now, a lot of matches, look, when the underdog is struggling, the crowd tries to pick them up. But from the start, I heard this crowd cheering for Beatrice. She broke Iga from the start. What do you guys think? Comment below. Was the crowd saying Iga or Bia? I thought they were cheering for Beatrice Haddad, but let me know in the comment. Iga wins. Look, I told you to take her in the future, guys. One more match is not over, but that's an autograph. That means she's in the final.